Hello, good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World and it's time, through marching on, for another recipe. So in February, when I took a break from YouTube, I actually won the raffle, and I'm hoping that this might be a recipe where we might be able to get hold of the ingredients, fingers crossed, because it's quite a simple one. I didn't actually make this at the time, but I did keep the one ingredient that was able to put in the drawer. The others I used because they were fresh, but I have now replaced my stock and I can now make this recipe that I won in the raffle. So it's the Slimming World vegetable paella. It says, cook up the flavours of the med with this easy and free vegan version of this Spanish inspired rice dish. It's a free recipe, ready in 35 minutes and serves two. And it says you can watch the video for this and plenty of other Slimming World recipes on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/slimmingworld. So instead of watching my amateur video, you could go over to Slimming World's YouTube channel and watch their recipe. So the photo's not great, but there it is. So what you'll need for this recipe is one onion, finely chopped. I'm going to use a red one because that's what I have. One red pepper, chopped. 250 grams of green beans, trimmed and halved. I've actually got, I don't think this is quite 250 grams, but it'll be fine. I've grown to like green beans a little bit, so we'll see how they are in this dish. 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped. I'm going to use my very lazy chopped garlic. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Half a teaspoon of ground cumin. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. 250 grams of dried paella rice. I'm hoping that if you want to make this recipe, you'll be able to get hold of this. 850 ml of boiling vegetable stock. I've got 2 Knorr vegetable stock pots, which I'll make up into stock, and 1 lemon, and I've got some lemon juice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop my pepper, onion and beans, and then we'll see what the next step is. So I have my Trustate large frying pan preheated sprayed with fry oil. I'm going to turn it down to a medium heat, and I've got my chopped onion. I've got red onion, but if you have normal onion you can add that. So we just need to fry this until it's softened. And add a splash of water, and add more water if it sticks. Right, my onion is now softened, and I'm going to add my pepper and green beans. Then I'm going to add 2 garlic cloves or 2 teaspoons of my lazy garlic. Then I'm going to add my spices. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Half a teaspoon of ground cumin. And a teaspoon of turmeric. I can smell that cumin already. And then it says to cook for 2 minutes, stirring continuously. So I'll come back in a while. So I'm now going to add my 250 grams of paella rice. And it says to stir it so that rice is coated well in all the spices. And cook for another minute. I started these marching on vlogs, I think, before most of the world knew about the coronavirus. And I think marching on has actually turned out to be a good name, because we all have to just keep marching on, don't we? Not necessarily slimming world, but just trying to do our best to live our lives and stay safe. So keep marching on. Got my rice and veg cooking nicely, and I've got my 850ml of vegetable stock. So I'm going to pour in carefully. And then we need to put it on a higher heat and bring it to the boil. Again, I just want to say while I'm waiting for this to boil that I'm thinking of you all. Those of you who have to go out to work, those of you who are looking after children and trying to work, those of you who are self-isolating due to vulnerability, those of you who are lonely, those of you who are in a house full of adults and children and feel like you need a bit of time to yourself, those with disabilities, those with health problems. I'm thinking of you all. It's a really, really tough situation for everybody, and it's something that we've just got to try and keep our peckers up. Just try and think of it as think of the positives, think of the things we can do, not the things we can't, and keep marching on. So when this is brought to the boil, we need to cover. There we go, it's boiling now. Cover. Reduce the heat and cook for 10 minutes. I think you might be steaming up a little bit, but there's the paella being simmering for 10 minutes with the lid on. And now I've taken the lid off and I'm going to cook it for a further 10 minutes or until the rice is tender. And keep your eye on it and add a little bit more water if it's looking dry. But yeah, you can see it's absorbed some of the water already. Looks very colourful. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. Right, there we go. You can see all the liquid is absorbed. I didn't add any more water because I do like a slightly thicker rice dish anyway. But I think that's just about right for me. So now I'm going to stir in some lemon juice. About the juice of half a lemon it says, so there we go. And if you do have fresh lemon, you can also serve it with chunks of lemon. Like you can see in that picture there, there's the chunks of lemon. So I'm now going to portion this up, and while I'm doing that I'll give it a taste and I'll let you know what I think. As you can see, I got 3 portions out of it. One slightly smaller that might do for a lunch. But let's give it a little try now. I'm going to eat it tonight for my tea. That is really nice. You can taste the flavours of the spice. I will admit, I might miss the meat. I might be tempted to add a bit of chicken next time. But it's definitely a good vegan recipe. Serve it with lemon wedges and a big salad, and that will make a lovely evening meal. I even don't mind the green beans. which is still slightly crunchy. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you make the vegetable paella. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.